Gentlemen, what is going on? Welcome to Interview with a Man. How's everybody going? How's everybody doing? We have finally made some upgrades to the interface here. Got the call-in lines right there on the screen now. Can you guys see it? Does it look good? Frederick, you said what happened to episode 42? So episode 42 got flagged because I used copyrighted material. So some countries it's available. Some countries it is not available. Big Googs, let's fight. I'll take you up on that one day. Yeah, so because I used footage from Kill Bill Volume 2 and I used footage from Glengarry Ross just to make some points. So what I'm actually going to do, I'm going to be making, I'm going to be downloading everything, and I think I'm just going to like create a bundle to release to people who want to just download all my videos, because I'm kind of worried. Like I'm starting to get a little attention from YouTube, and you know how liberal they are with their banning of people who have anything positive and stuff to say. So I got copy striked. Yeah, Zarate, actually I didn't want to put it on somebody in the audience, but I need help with that. Even though I'm doing this full time, I'm so swamped for time. It's like every day somebody's hitting me up with some sort of like coaching need or issue, and it's fine because this is what I signed up to do. But it's just getting to the point that I'm gonna start needing a little bit of help. But it is what it is. So let me say what's up with everybody chat. Ari Gold, what up, man? Ari Gold, is that like the lawyer Ari Gold from Entourage? Because that's like one of my favorite characters ever. Like deep in my heart, I am Ari Gold. Zarate, what up, baby? Greg, what up, stud? Frederick, yeah, what's up, man? Frederick, what is that? Is it like that looks like a name from like Northern Europe. Masculine Mentality, hey brother, what's going on, man? Wasted John, what up? Barrett, what it do? BNG, what up, what up? Trophy Dolphin, what up, man? Yeah, I am. This is my. Oh, thank you, Frederick. You're double pumping me here. Atrocious, yo, what up, Atrocious? I think you're new here, or relatively new. Aesthetic Gains wants to be in my Instagram live. I'm live on the show right now. I can't do that right now, pal. Mr. Jackson, what's up, man? I'm really glad I got to chat with you the other day in the webinar. Guys, call in. Numbers on the screen, 657-383-1318. Big Goose says, let's fight. In due time, sir, we shall fight, indeed. Winston Wolf, what up? Winston, you're finally in the group. You're finally in the Facebook group. Got you. Kate Mouse, what up? Captain Ron, good. Hey, Ron, good seeing you yesterday. Vincent Vale, what up? Let's eat this up. Are you able to upload videos to YouTube? Facebook, yeah, probably. Yeah, he's the manager. Electrozan, what's up, man? UNESCO, what up? Ivor, what up? Ivor, man. Guys, I had a chat with Ivor. I fucking love this kid. Ivor is... This is just amazing, the power of the internet. Ivor is a dairy farmer in Ireland. And he did a webinar yesterday with the Body Language Mastery Group. And the guy is literally in the middle of a field with a fuckload of cows. And he's like on his cell phone. And he's talking to us doing the webinar. If that doesn't show you that if you want to get your shit sorted, and you want to get your shit handled, and you're a goddamn dairy farmer in Ireland in a field with a cell phone and a bunch of cows around you, and you're willing to tune into a webinar and ask me questions and put in the work, if that doesn't motivate you, you're done for. You're done for. I just got to be honest with you. You're fucking done for. Yeah, let me know. We can get super techie and cloud hosting for cheap. I just want to store it on my hard drive here, ideally. Nigel Diggs, what up? Feeling like garbage this morning. Need a Tinderoni to come take care of me. Soon enough. Charlie, what up? Charlie, are you on the new Mega Beast watching me? Charlie built a computer, so he's gonna start live streaming too. Fuego Hunt, Joe Dude, what's up? Baby Jannar, what up? What up, guys? Yeah, man. No, Ivor is the man. I fucking love that guy. He's a good-looking guy, too. He's a good-looking guy, charming son of a bitch, and a little cheeky when he talks to me, too. He's got a little edge to him. I love it. This guy's going to have massive success. But yeah, guys, so what's going on? So let's first things first. If you are in the Body Language Mastery group, and if you want to get to a webinar, I'm having a webinar after this show today. Just send me, just give me a 1 in the chat if you can join the webinar right now. Right after this thing, after today's episode, give me a 1 in the chat if you can join, because I think Group B is up for tonight. Group B, we're gonna get you guys going tonight. For the chat, and Group B is a big one. It's a group of savages. Group B, we've got the one and only John Shore, Vincent, Apex, Pine might show up, Peter, Sachin, Zarate, Caballero, KD Athletics, and Winston Wolf. That's Group B. Group B is a big one, but it's a superstar lineup right there. I pimp both my group bitches out. One sucking my dick, the other just sell their milk. That's funny. Okay, so Jacob, we get you in today. Let me know if everybody else wants to get in the webinar. We'll let the thing keep it going. But how's everybody going? Give me a call. The phone lines are open, 657-383-1318. For all you guys who want to call in. No calls, too small. And the only stupid question is the one not asked. So, here we go. Let's get this show on the road. So we're going to talk about today, just a little bit about, today's a man lesson, okay? Today's about being a man. Okay, BNG, okay, good. BNG, do me a favor. Right now, send me an email, okay, to all you guys who want to be in a webinar after today's show, okay? I want you to send me an email right there, questions@modernlifedating.com, all right? And in the subject, I want you to put Group E. Group E. What day is Group E planned for? Today, Winston. It's going to be in... Group B is going to be in, let's see, about 12 hours from now. Your comment on my Facebook post was savage. All right, so Pine, you're in. BNG, you're in. Good. Well, Pine, join. Well, yeah, you can join the one after, too. That's fine. But just whatever. Yeah, can't make it to today's webinar. Got to hit the gym, and then I got 2 interviews. Another time, bro. Okay, well, I trust you. Well, you're going to be here, so we'll be fine. I know the ones who are dedicated, so 100% you're going to be fine. Let me clean my superpower glasses here. My ultra UV Japanese technology glasses. Protect me. No worries, man. And you're going to the gym, you're getting interviews, that's fine. But yeah. So if you want to be in the group for today's webinar, just send me an email. I'll confirm you live on the air. And yeah, we're burning through this stuff. We got people in the Facebook group. So the Facebook group is, let me see how many people. You guys are already liking my comment about that girl's smile in the Facebook group. Yeah, so we've got 26 members in the group. And, well, Winston, if you want to join right after the show, you can as well. You can just join right after the show, Winston. We can get that one handled. But yeah, the Facebook group is now up to 27 members, and it's going to keep growing until I get all 120-something people in here. And what I've decided for you guys that are in Body Language Mastery, I've decided 2 things. I decided only in 2019 am I going to make this Facebook group open for people to access it. The only way people can access it is by getting into Body Language Mastery. And then after this year I'm going to close off the group, as in nobody can get in the group, because I want to keep the quality of men in there high. Like right now, the guys who are in this fucking group, it's just insane. We not going to say who this person is, but we have a fucking Navy SEAL in there, all right, who's trained in body language expertise and who also mentioned that everything I've been saying in the body language course is spot on. And then we've got 2 digital marketers. We got an accountant who also can help you file fucking LLC stuff. We have a financial expert. We have cryptocurrency expert, Cultivate Cryptos, in the house. We have 2 auto mechanics in there who are running their mobile mechanic stuff. We've got military members. We've got government workers. We've got people in the medical industry. We've got people in the steel industry. And most importantly, we've got our local yoga voodoo magic healer, John Shores, in the group. So between all of this, I mean, you guys, the group's not even full yet. This is like legit. I don't even have people who are trying to get in. They haven't been screened, because everybody who gets in has to go through me. And I got to like look at you and realize, like, are you a scumbag? Are you like just trying to get in and infiltrate our group or not? So no, the group is fire, and people are already getting value from it. People are networking and linking up. And if you guys want to learn how to be a dairy farmer in Ireland, we actually have our very own Ivor. He can show you how to yank on the tits of these cows like a professional, as he yanks on the tits of girls in real life as well. So it's a good stuff. Christopher, what's up, man? But yeah, the group is on fire. And then, we got even local experts like, fitness guys like Zarate and whatnot. And yeah, so let's see if we got somebody's on the line here. Let's see who it is. Hey, caller, you're on the air.
What's up?
Hey, who's this?
What's up? This is Winston, man.
Hey, what up, handsome?
Winston. Thanks. Well, I'm doing fine. What I was trying to ask, because it would be kind of too complicated for writing it. Basically, there's 4 webinars, so 4 credits. So how many webinars are you going to host for like each occasion? So I'm trying to see if I'll get into, the soonest one, or maybe there's like 2 other tries for this whole session.
Well, basically it's going to work out like this. Don't worry too much about, am I going to get my webinar credit or not? If you have webinars, okay, you have webinar credits, which you do, you have 3 left, then I will make sure that you get your questions answered. So don't worry about scrambling to get in or whatnot. But, I mean, I'm doing it after the show. Can you not join after the show?
I'm going to have a dance class later, but I think I can still make it, or, I can disregard it. Create some scarcity in the class.
Well, I mean, I'm just saying, like, right after this, the show is probably going to run an hour, 45 minutes more longer, and then 45 minutes from now, I'm going to take, like, a quick 10, 15-minute break and then fire up the webinar. So you wouldn't be able to join then?
No, I could. I wouldn't probably have much to ask.
Okay.
But questions come up when I'm in the subject, so I'll just watch out for the invitation, and I'll do it if I can.
Okay, well, send me an email now, or if I'll send it to you after, and then we'll try to just get you in after today, okay?
Okay. Yeah, thanks, you.
All right, you're welcome. Take care. That's our man, Winston Wolf. Winston Wolf is the most best-looking Romanian guy in my audience, because I think he's also the only one. But yeah, Winston Wolf's a good guy. We're going to get you in today's webinar after today's show. KD Athletics, I see you watching, man. Remember, today's webinar is at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Group B. You're in Group B. So, and KD Athletics, you haven't added yourself to the Facebook group yet, man. I need you to get in there. T21 Surfer, what's going on? Guys, so I'm going to jump into today's subject here, but just remember that today's show is brought to you by me and me only. So it's that daily time of the day where I beg you for money. If you want to give me a fucking donation, go to streamlabs.com/Modern Life Dating Channel. Click on that link right there, and you will be able to get in to and give me a donation. And whoever gives me a donation today, you'll get to see. I added something that you get a new. There's going to be like a donation animation that pops up. But yeah, I'm just going to keep on begging for shekels as I continue to produce this content. Hopefully, you guys are receiving some sort of value from me. I just, yeah, it is what it is. But thank you guys so much for watching. Seriously, I'm hoping helping you guys out. I'm hoping changing somebody's life. Ideally, I would like to do this full time. I am technically doing it full time. I am kind of worrying if I'm going to be able to make money and carry myself and do this, but it's just part of being an entrepreneur, like worrying if you're gonna figure it out or not. But just full transparency. No super chats. Yeah, no super chats, please. I still don't know how to get the money out of super chat. I have I think $30 in there. I just don't know how to get it out. Captain Ron says the Facebook link you sent me isn't working. Anyone else having issues? Now, Captain Ron, I told you have to go through the desktop. Did you go through the mobile phone? Or did you go through a desktop? For some reason, whatever Facebook is doing, you can't go through a mobile phone. If you go through a mobile phone, you'll get an error. But if you go through the desktop computer, then it'll work. Then it will work. But Ron, if you need me, I can handle you later. Get you in manually. I can add you. Today, for some reason, Ivor couldn't get in, so I just added him on my private Facebook, and then I got him in. And Ivor is in the group now. So once I start filtering everybody into the group, though, I'm gonna be way more active. I'm not as active as I want to because my top priority is hammering through all these webinars. But yeah, there you go. That's what it is. Yeah, if you go through mobile, for some reason, it doesn't work. I have no idea. Facebook went down recently, so who knows what the hell's going on. They're probably focusing on Instagram because Facebook is really kind of taking a dump. Yeah, and what Nabil said is true as well. Yeah, Nabil's in there. Nabil, we got to give man, if you're getting responses on your Tinder with those photos, Nabil, man, when we turn it up, I got to talk to you about your profile. I'll talk to you about in the group, but we're going to give you a little facelift. All right, guys. So let's get right into it. Becoming a human weapon. Now, what is this all about? Now, keep in mind that when I tell you guys about getting your dating shit sorted out, I'm telling you how to become the total package. I'm telling you what I did and how I was able to get the success that I have, right? So, Mr. Jackson was able to do it through his phone. There you go. Well, I guess some phones don't work. But, learning to fight and learning to figure out the combat aspect of my life and as a man, I truly believe that it gives me an edge in dating, okay? Because women do want to be they want to be protected. They like to be with a strong man, right? They want to be with a guy that they know if shit hits the fan that the guy can take care of them. And not only that, and I'm not telling you learn to fight and walk down the street and start beating the fuck out of people, right? I'm not telling you to do that either. What I am saying is that, a lot of guys that I've talked to, sometimes these things happen to you guys, and some of you guys are a little mentally soft, okay? And I'm not attacking you. I'm not coming at you or whatever, but some of you guys are mentally soft. And the problem with that is that there are psychological predators in this world, okay? There are people that can see your softness and look at you and manipulate you and really just do their best to take advantage of you. And when you are a little bit more of like when you're a little bit more hard, when the people are who are engaging with you, when they are looking at you and they can sense like you're not to be crossed, you get far more respect. And that's in regards to women, that's in regards to business, and that's in regards just good old animal nature having a fight, right? That's just part of it. I remember when I was around, let's say, I think I was like 21 at this time, and I wasn't as good of a fighter as I am now. And I'm not saying I'm some like world champion, but if it was me versus the average guy who is untrained at all, like irrefutably, I know like I would end it quickly, right? If you have zero training, um, it's just you have you don't stand a chance against me. Barrett says absolutely, Jonathan. The really good ones can break down a strong man. Absolutely, absolutely. Um, so I always advise guys in this community to learn how to fight. Okay, and again, a good man is the man who knows how to fight, has the ability to take human life, but he chooses not to. All right, that is like the most righteous thing, I think. A guy that, you know, could be a super killer, but at the end of the day, he's just still like a very nice guy. And he doesn't go around fucking people up. There was a situation that I was in one time, and I think I've told this story. I don't know if I've told it before, but I've told it before. I don't know if it was on this show or something else, but you know, when I was 21, I went to this party, and this guy was at the party. I was dressed as a pirate. We weren't invited to the party. We were kind of like indirectly invited, and so I was there as like a friend of a friend invited me. So I went there, and we were drinking off the beer. We were drinking alcohol, and we are just having a good time. And these guys, they just like decided they didn't want people there, and I was a little bit thinner back then, and I wasn't as good of a fighter as I am now. And the guy, I could tell, he could just tell that I was not as trained. And so what he decided to do, I remember he came up to me and he got in my face and like smacked the cup out of my hand and like completely bitched me out. Completely bitched me out. And I had to fucking sit there and take it. It sucked. It was not fun. And I had to live with that as a man because I was afraid that this guy was going to beat me up, right? And yeah, Vincent Vale says a very good quote. It's better to be a warrior in a garden than a gardener in a war. I think it was Sun Tzu who said that. Not entirely sure, but I think it was Sun Tzu. Barrett says, I talked to you a little bit about my experience the other day. No one around me that I had known for years even recognized me anymore. Hell, I barely recognize my fucking self. Know your worth. Have good boundaries. Don't believe in manipulations they spew. Yes. Brian, what's going on, man? Welcome. BK from the Rockies. So guys, what this made me do at this moment, I was like, okay, I'm going to get serious with my training. So at that point, I bought a punching bag and I hung it in my backyard. And I was going to a little bit of jiu-jitsu and I was just training more with my friends, right? We're always friends, just grappling and fighting each other. Just seeing who would tap out. Arm bars, nothing crazy, just arm bars, rear naked chokes, guillotines. We would always just spar each other, right? And most people haven't done that, right? So you see, when you become like well versed in combat and stuff, there is an aura about you that there's like a silent confidence that you carry with you that nobody can take from you. Like, and you walk around just more confident. You give it off. And these guys who are psychological predators, they know not to fuck with you. And these psychological predator guys are weasels, so you'll see them kind of try to snake their way into being your friend, snake their way into being an ally because they know like, okay, this guy's a threat. I can't control him, and physically he can probably kick my ass, so I better just chill out. So what I always advise every guy is this: 1 year of jiu-jitsu and 1 year of Muay Thai, right? So 2 years in total. And if you join an MMA gym, first of all, every session of sparring and training, you're going to burn at least 500 calories if you do MMA and jiu-jitsu back-to-back. If you just do MMA or if you just do jiu-jitsu or Muay Thai, even during a good Muay Thai sparring session of or doing kicks, drills and stuff like that, you're going to burn at least 300 calories. Worst case scenario. But I'm talking you are redlining your body. You are really, and it's very good functional strength because you're using your whole body. Like if you're to, I don't know how many guys have done this, but if you were to just do these things called like sprint kicks, like when you just kick as many times as you can in like 30 seconds, you may think that it's actually easy, but dude, it is a workout. And even when it's your turn to hold the pads, like absorbing that impact and stuff also is a work. And you have to like use your mind too. So it really is a great overall workout, like physically, mentally, and skill wise. You're building a skill as well. H. Bernard says, I walked into my first Kempo class at 6 years old. At 16-year-old, I was an instructor. Now at 36 years old, back, I know it was a corner piece of the person I am today. Yeah, Kempo karate is no joke, man. That shit will split your head open. Winston Wolf says, I hate eating. I'll have to start drinking oil to go to the gym and MMA too. Offered calories. Yeah, just slam protein shakes. Talk about how you see if a guy will fuck you over. Well, tying into this, if you know a guy's going to fuck you over, it's like you have to trust your instinct because some guys are just slime balls. Some guys are just like they're just slime balls. You can't really see it until it happens, but if you see a guy, if a guy's like overly friendly to you or overly buddy, and he's like just trying to trying just a little too hard to be your friend, like for me, that is a really big red flag right there. Like I would just be like, what are you up to? Like, what exactly are you trying to do? Because I'm not seeing what is the agenda here. So I advise all guys to do at least 1 year of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and 1 year of Muay Thai. That will give you light years of knowledge and strength above the rest. And not only that, you'll get into really good shape because you can't be out of shape to do these kind of things. And that kind of transfers over to what happened. I never had a dude fuck me over. It's always been women, says Barrett. There you go. Already signed up for Muay Thai and Cebu. So pumped. Good stuff. Ryan Stone has said you give him a chance to fuck you over in a small way, e.g. lend him some money and forget about it. Yeah, there's a good way. That's very good common sense. Ryan gives a lot of good common sense. I like that guy. You can subtly test people. You can subtly test them, see their character. And just, give a guy, remember I talked about how I taught that French guy how to pick up chicks and stuff, and then he pulled the swipe move on me. Like, he pulled the girl right out. And I was just like, wow, I can't believe this fucking guy did that. And I just watched it. And then from that moment on, I just knew, he was a snake of a guy. I couldn't do it. Even after he's like, I'm so sorry, I fucked up. I can't believe I did it, blah, 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 blah. That's a good way to notice it, too. Give him an opportunity to fuck you over. Set a trap. Leave some opportunity open there for them to betray you and see if they do it. Let them talk to one of your girls, see if they make a move on your girl, on your wife, or whatever. Then you know the kind of guy you got. Tell your girl to hit on him and see if he takes the bait. But when I talk about becoming a human weapon, I also think that you should learn how to use a weapon in regards. I'm American, so I think if you have a country that allows you access to guns, 100% you should at least know how to load a magazine. And a magazine is what you load the bullets into. You should at least learn how to load a gun, how to clear the chamber, how to load a bullet into the chamber, and how to be at least a decent shot. At least you know how to aim down the sights and shoot and hit the target. And then obviously increase your quality of groupings, and groupings is like where you shoot, like how close together you can get your bullets in like a certain area. And that's just part of being a man. And another reason that is because, these things are not easy to do. Okay? As a man, when you suffer psychologically, when you suffer physically, when you suffer mentally, when you suffer emotionally, this makes you stronger. This doesn't make you weaker. All right? You need to run towards challenge, not away from it. You need to run towards your fear, not away from it. Right? That is a big, big thing there. So, Winston Murphy says, I ain't no cameraman, I'll shoot a motherfucker. Well, if they're trying to kill you, you got to do the old-fashioned way and kill them back. But yeah, one thing that I noticed too, like, once I learned, so I trained with I had a Czech friend, a guy from the Czech Republic, John Pachalopnik, and John was a big motherfucker. I was like, at the time, I was like 23, and John was about 30, and he was on a pretty heavy cycle of steroids, and but he was smart about it. He's a great guy. I love that guy to this day, and he was a good boxing guy, and he enjoyed fighting with me, and I sparred with him, but he just basically beat the shit out of me. But the thing is, I hung in there, and I never forget one day when I was sparring with him. I remember one day he decided, look, I'm going to go full speed on you, but I'm only going to use my left hand. And then I was like, yeah, okay, I'm going to whoop your ass. And I'll never forget, like, the right side of my face was just completely lit up. Like, from here on, my lips were swollen, my nose was bleeding, my eye was black. For you guys who do combat sports, any of you guys who got hit in the head, you ever get hit in the head and you see like the white flash and all like the veins and stuff from your optical nerves being shocked? Like, I was seeing white flashes nonstop, and he beat the shit out of me. But I remember in the middle of the sparring session, I remember I caught him with a right straight to the stomach, and he kind of like staggered back, and he's like, oh. He's like, okay, you motherfucker. And then he turned it up and beat the shit out of me. But I'll never forget hitting him and knowing that I found a chink in his armor. And then from that point forward, I just wanted to train more. I wanted to get better. Then I went on to move on to like doing Muay Thai and stuff when I lived in Hawaii. That's when I was training with Max Holloway, who is now the UFC champion. I was training with him and Louis Smolka and Yancy Medeiros and all those dudes. And it was a good old time. But the confidence that it gives you, because if you're going to enter the business world, okay, you are going to eventually meet some people that are going to be a little off, a little bit more aggressive than normal, a little bit more, pushier than normal. This kind of thing will happen. And these people, this guy might be a car salesman. This guy might be you might be a guy going out to a company to sign a contract. If these guys smell weakness on you, they're going to take advantage of you. You're going to be paying way more for the car than you should be. If you're signing a contract for a deal, you're going to be on the bad end of that deal, right? But I can't fully put my finger on it, but there is some kind of like subconscious thing that you give off that, you're gonna just let them know like you're not to be fucked with. And this only comes from actually learning how to fight. I advise learning how to fight on the ground and then standing up. And then a year of that and you'll be set. Big A from Rocky says, nice, that hardcore sparring session made you improve. And how to guard against a jab and a lead front hook. Yeah, you better believe it. I'm not that good at standing up, to be honest with you. If I'm fighting, I'm taking you to the ground and put you in full mount and just feed you elbows till you go to sleep, ideally. I got a pretty sweet guillotine too, because I have my arms, my wrist is pretty thin, so it slips perfectly right under the throat, and then it's good to go. It's game over after that. But when you become the human weapon, it also, like, girls really like it. Girls are very turned on by violence, like in a violent man. Because at the end of the day, we're just humans, right? So girls may say like, "Oh, I don't like violence, whatever." I never forget. One time I was in the Jimmy John's, right? For you guys know, Jimmy John's is a sub sandwich shop in the United States, and they make some pretty good subs. And I was with my friend who had just gotten out of the Air Force, and him and I were at this Jimmy John's, and we were there, and we sat down at this table, and we left our stuff at this table. Like, we left our cups. We got our cups for our drinks, and we sat down. We were drinking our drinks, and some guy was like giving us some dirty looks, and I was just like, whatever. And my friend was wasted, so he like had his sub. We went to go pick up our subs from the counter, and he was like pretending his sub was like a sword, and he was like trying to fence me, and I was just like having a good time. And these guys saw us. They're giving us dirty looks before, and we turned around, and they were sitting at our table with our drinks there. And like, these guys were intentionally sitting there to start some shit with us, because we went to the register, we gotten our drinks, we filled them up with our drinks, and we were drinking, and we sat them down at the table. And then they're like, "Hey, number 44, come." We went to go pick up our sandwiches. We come back, and these guys are intentionally sitting at our table. So, I was just like, "Look, guys, what are you doing?" I knew what they were doing. I was like, "Guys, what are you doing?" I was like, you trying to start some shit?" And, they were just sitting there. They weren't moving. They were laughing, and they're laughing. And I was like, "Yo," I was like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "You guys need to get the fuck up out of our seats right now. Because I'm not about to get bitched out, by some dudes for no fucking reason." And so, out of nowhere, he tackles my friend, right? He just tackles my friend out of nowhere and starts wrestling him. And the dude and him were locked up. And I'm loyal as fuck. So if I see my friends in trouble, like, I don't give a shit. Like, I'm burning the village to the ground for my boys. So he was locked up with my friend. I just hit him with a right straight, boom, cracked him in the jaw. And then my friend started going after him. And then his buddy tackled me to the corner, and his head went under my arm. So I started guillotining the guy, and I'm feeling the life leave his body, because this guy didn't know what the fuck he was doing. And then he starts to go limp, and then the managers from the thing separate us. And after that, I get separated. I went like full gangster on them. I like ripped my shirt off. I was like, "Fuck you guys! Like, come on, let's do this, you motherfuckers!" Like, it was a little alcohol fueled, but I was just like, "Fuck both of you guys! You fuck with me, you're fuck with my friend." I was like, "What now? What now?" And I was just going full ape shit on them. And this one bartender girl that I knew had been at this bar we were working at, she had seen it, and her face like lit up. She was just like, "Oh my god." And she was like super, super, super turned on by it. So just things like that. A, you want to be able to defend your friends, and then B, girls, man, I'm telling you, like, when you do a little bit of violence, they can't do it. They like it. They like it. I'm not condoning violence. I'm not saying go to Jimmy John's and start a fight. I'm just saying that, like, it's a pretty big fact that girls are attracted to guys that are capable of violence. Why do you think like serial killers get like tons of love letters from girls? Like that guy recently who like killed his wife and all his kids and like threw him in that oil bin. He has like tons of women after him now. Like tons of convicts, tons of criminals, like they get it. And again, I'm not telling you to go out and become a fucking convict or a criminal, but I'm just saying, like, if you're trying to get this part of your life handled, the dating thing, and you want to do every single thing possible, my part of my responsibility here is to leave no stone unturned, okay? To make sure that no matter what, you are getting every piece of data that I can give to you in regards to becoming the ultimate man that can attract women. And girls like a guy that can defend himself, and girls also like a guy that is, like aggressive, that masculine energy. Like it's a silent, it's like a silent, unspoken badassness about him that women truly fucking like. Let me see what I got here. Travis Staley, what's up, man? I saw you commenting on my stuff. I saw your email too. I'm gonna hook you up. I'm gonna get back to you on that. Travis Staley says, man, sometimes you need training, especially when you are out just hanging out at in a public away from home, at a local pub, bar, even live music venue, because I myself love music live. Yes, you get along with Michael Zarate. He goes to these crazy like sex party fucking raves, live music stuff. I want to go with him. T21 says, all my major injuries came from full speed sparring, not competitions. 1 broken nose, 2 teeth, and a shattered collarbone repaired with a steel plate. No fear. Good God. 21 Surfer, what are you training? Was it judo, you say? Preparing for the U.S. Open, sparring with a guy that weighs 6'4", 240 judo. So you're a judoka? Rocky said, BK Rocky says, you had all these bras wet as hell after checking those bastards. Hello, it always does it. Wasted John hitting Jimmy John's ASAP. I can imagine you, John, going into fucking Jimmy John's like, somebody fuck with me right now. Measured violence is key, absolutely. Zorate says, girls like a guy who can tear up a mosh pit. Absolutely, it's the same thing. Training is one of the only ways to get negative shit off of my mind. It's good. Yeah. And then I told you guys the story about, like, you know, when I got encountered with the drug dealer. So, I don't know if you guys heard the story before, but I'll tell it just to give you some, you know, some understanding. At this time, I worked at this club called the 180 Grey Goose Lounge, and it is on the rooftop of the Amway Arena where the Orlando Magic play in downtown Orlando, Florida. It's the Grey Goose 180 nightclub, man. It's the Grey Goose 180 Lounge. It's really nice. When it first started, it was so fucking great. And as most nightclubs, you know, this was a very upscale nightclub, and I was a bouncer, and I wasn't that big. I wasn't bigger than I was a little bit bigger than I was now. But it was more like, you know, you're more of like a security liaison. You're just like, excuse me, sir, it's time to leave. And if you needed to throw down, you threw down. But it was more of like, we just watched the floor, make sure everything was okay. I'm not talking like bouncers like 6'5", 300 pounds, like, you know, those guys like in like the hood ass clubs, like, cause I've seen those guys too. And I was never like one of those bouncers. I was just more of like, you know, just like a liaison and kind of like, hey, you know, what you're doing is inappropriate. You're going to have to stop. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. And I've yoked a few guys up, you know, just throw them in a rear naked choke, drag them out, and then just throw them out in the street and be like, hey, man, we fucking told you. So what you can do is when you learn how to fight, you're able to carry yourself more in these situations. So we had Wednesdays was lady night. So you had to wear these pink bow tie and these pink suspenders. And the local drug dealer guy came in there, and he's like, you know, got typical pride of a drug dealer. He's got a lot of money. He's got a lot of power because people want him. Bitches want him, you know. And I'll never forget, he came up to me, and he took both of his fingers, and he put them under my suspenders, and he pulled them back and snapped them. And I was just like, you know, I was like, look, dude, I'm going to keep it professional, but don't do that. And he's like, oh, yeah? He's like, what are you going to do about it? I was like, look, dude, you need to chill the fuck out. Like, don't do that. And at this point, there's just 2 girls behind the bar that I was very attracted to. One was this girl named Leia. Named Leia like Star Wars, so you know I was trying to bang her. And Leia was hot as fuck. And then my boy Frank was behind the bar. Frank is like, you know, older gangster kind of guy, old Italian American. He was like 40-something at the time. And he's seen what was going on. And he was like, you know, hey, he was watching, you know, because he didn't want to like get involved. So this guy, what ended up happening was he got like really close up in my face. And I knew how like social interactions work. And I was just like, okay, like if I back down now, A, Leia's going to think I'm a bitch. B, Frank's going to think I'm a bitch. And then C, the entire club members are going to think I'm a bitch. So I was like, the worst thing this dude's gonna do is gonna beat my ass. I was like, John from Czech Republic beat the absolute living fuck out of me a couple years ago. I'm always ready for a good old scrap. I said, you know what? I'm gonna hold my ground. I got the advantage here. I'm the home turf. I'm at the club. This shit's not gonna fuck with me. I stood down and I was just like, look, dude, you need to chill out, man. You can't be coming in here snapping people's suspenders and all these things. And he's like, what are you gonna do about it? And he's like, you wanna go? He's like, you think you can handle me? And I was like, dude, we can do this right now. I was like, we can go outside. I just straight up said it to him. I looked him dead in the eye. Yeah, I didn't break eye contact. I was like, we can do this. We can do this right now. Let me know. And he's like, all right, let's do this. And I didn't back down. And then he backed down and he walked to the elevator. And then I was going to go to the elevator down and I was just going to fight him right outside the club. I was just like, fuck it, I'm going to beat this guy's ass. And so we got to the elevator and then he bitched out. He's like, man, fuck this. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it, man. It's not worth it, blah, 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 whatever shit. And then what happened was a couple weeks later, I was at another club, right? Because we have like clubs. In the nightclub industry, you're always going from club to club to club, right? So I had seen him in this other club and I was just like, yo, what's going on? I just seen him and he was like, yo, what's up, man? Like, how are you doing, bro? Whatever. He was in the VIP, pulled me into the VIP, started pouring me a bottle of, I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but PJ Rosé, Pierre Jouet Rosé, which is a very expensive French champagne. And it's very delicious. It's actually my favorite champagne, PJ Rosé. And he was pouring me up bottles and he's like, hey, man, I hope we're cool about last time, blah, blah, blah. But in my mind, I was just like, I just felt good because I didn't punk out. I didn't be a little bitch. Because, society wants to tell you like, oh, just be a bigger man and walk away and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, if somebody's going to come up to you and mug you or try to take advantage of you, it is better for you to have the ability to defend yourself than not. It is better for you as a man. I'm teaching you guys everything about self-reliance, okay? Relying on yourself, your own fucking self. The more you can rely on yourself only, the more freedom and the more happiness you'll have in life. That's the bottom line. This happens to be part of the masculine aspect, but also this happens to be a very good thing in helping you with getting success with women, because at the end of the day, girls like a guy who can handle themselves, because women want to be taken care of. Women want to be protected, want to be taken care of financially and physically. That's an irrefutable truth about this life. Women want to, okay? Every woman has every resource and everything available right now to her that so she can get out there and make a big business, make big money or whatever. But what have these women decided to do? They're doing Snapchat Premium. They're sending ass photos all over the internet. Basically softcore porn on social media for everybody to see. Twitch thoughts, the whole nine yards, right? Why? Using their sexuality to attract a man who will take care of them financially and physically. Every woman wants it. They may lie. They may say this and that, whatever. But at the end of the day, every single woman wants a man that's going to be able to protect her physically and protect her financially. Becoming a human weapon is allowing you to get that. Now, I'm not saying get out there and start protecting every girl, but this gives you leverage. You become more attractive to women. And when you become more attractive to women, they're more likely to give you sex. And that's why we're all here, right? That's why we're here. Some of us are here to become better men, but at the same time, a lot of us are here also because we want to get laid. Let's be very fucking honest with each other. So let me catch up with the chat here. Guys, give me some likes. We got 43 viewers and 14 likes. Please, please, please. Thank you very much. Barrett says, I had a guy try me at a bar once while I was with a girl. He was bigger than me, but I wasn't going to back down. I snapped and grabbed him and an empty beer bottle and broke it on the table. Guy backed down. That's some crazy white man shit. I like it. Never heard from the girl again, though. Oh, well, her loss. She's probably self-destructing somewhere. Travis Staley says, in any bar, local music venue, or big show, you always got that one tryhard who wants to act tough and start trouble. I have a little training in combat myself, though. Good. Very good. BK from the Rocky says, I've seen chicks start shit between dudes just to see them fight. Afterwards, the chicks check hard for the one that wins the fight. Hypergamy at work. Yeah, bro. You think your girl doesn't, bro? If you're gonna take your girl to like a tournament, like if you're gonna fight or if you're gonna fight a wrestling tournament or any kind of type of competition, if you don't think she's not gonna judge you if you lose, you're completely wrong. Winston said John knocked the dude out, then turned around quick to see if the girl looked. And then looked at his bloody lips behind the bar and kissed Leia. I wish. Leia snapped his suspenders and he choked the shit out of her too. Nabil, you're a funny kid, man. Atrocious said, guy was trying to flirt with my ex once, stepping into her path as she was walking by, and straight up, you like dancing, we can dance together. And the dude totally bitched out. I shocked myself. Oh, you said you like dancing, we could dance together. And God, yeah, most guys bitch out, man. Big Goog says, in my line of work, we don't look for fair fights. Take the same perspective in life, fellas. Absolutely. That might go over some of you guys' head, but think about that one. Good talk. A little out of my zone. Basic question. Do you recommend an MMA BJJ as a substitute for regular gym? Don't have time for both. You will get, in my opinion, if you're just an average guy, you will get in better functional shape training MMA or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu rather than just going to the gym and lifting. And most MMA gyms, they also have weights inside that you're able to use. But dude, a good like if you do Muay Thai, right? If you're just doing Muay Thai sparring class, not even fighting somebody, just training combos and sparring with a partner holding mitts. If you do that an hour a day, every other day for 2 weeks, you'll burn out at the end of the 2 weeks. I guarantee you, because it's that hard. You only need to go like really 2 to 3 times a week is really 2 to 3 times out of 7-day period is really what you need to go. Greg B says, love the broken beer bottle move. Me too. That's some gangster shit, Barrett. I love it. All right, we got a caller on the line. Let's see who it is. Hi, caller. What's going on?
Hey, John. How's it going?
What's going on? Who's this?
Jesse.
Jesse, what's up, man? Are you first-time caller?
Yeah, I listen to your show all the time, but I drive around, so I don't have access to the chat on my cell phone. I figure I'd call in and about today's subject.
Thank you, man. What's going on?
Well, back in the day before I started this little company I got now, I was a police officer and a sheriff's deputy for like 10 years. And, man, let me tell you, the message today is exactly right. Like, if you have that warrior mindset and you look like you will fuck somebody up, people will not fuck with you.
Yeah, 100%.
I had to do what?
100% agree with you.
Like I had this one call one time where I had to go out to this trailer park where this man and this woman were fighting. And I mean, they were. When I got there, of course they done went back in the house, and I knocked on the door. And he answered the door, and his wife beater's covered in blood. There's, just classic shit flipped over in the house. And I said, hey, man, where's your wife? I need to talk to her, to figure out what's going on. And he looked at me and said, you ain't coming in my fucking house. And, of course, I had my uniform was looking all good. I put my finger on his nose. I said, you don't let me in your house right now, I'm going to take your ass to fucking jail. And I reckon... He paused for a second. He bladed his stance and he said, well, come right on in. Do you want something to drink, officer?
That's funny. That is fucking funny. But yeah, man, Jesse, I appreciate you calling in, man. That's a good story. I'm gonna elaborate on that a little bit more now.
You guys take it easy.
Take care. Good luck driving. Wow, what a great guy. Jesse, first-time caller. I don't know if you guys could hear that clearly, but he said that he was a sheriff's officer for 10 years. And he says, when you have that warrior mindset, people look at you and they think, all right, this guy's not to be fucked with. Like, I constantly get asked kind of jokingly in Japan, like if I'm a member of the mafia. And because I just have this aura about me. And, you know, again, like not trying to like, I'm not trying to brag or tell you go around doing this. Like some things I do, like, you know, it's just, I'm not telling you to go out and have fights and stuff. Like, you know, one time I was on the escalator recently, and this Japanese guy like was walking down past me and a girl past the escalator, and he like full on hit me with his shoulder and just kept walking by me. And it was 5 o'clock in the morning. I was taking this girl to this station because she stayed the night at my house, and I was just like, you know, instinctively, he like hit me and went past me, and I like just instinctively kicked his backpack, right? And his backpack like went up and then like boom, fell back down on him. And he turned around and looked me in the eye. And I just told him in Japanese, I was like, you know, dosuru koniaro. Like, what are you gonna do, motherfucker? And I was just ready. And again, I'm not telling you to do this, but you know, you guys can't have guys punking you out in front of your girls too, because your girl will lose respect for you. She will lose respect for you. There is no and if or buts about it. But when you have this like warrior mindset, this warrior attitude, I'm telling you, people will fuck with you less. And also, you become the guy that can actually make it happen. Like when you're sitting in a contract room, you know, you'll meet betas in business. And if you need to make this company quota and you need this guy to sign the contract at a higher rate than necessary, but you got to make it happen. You sit there, you look that guy in his eye and just know, like, all right, like, you know, this may not sound politically correct, but there gets a point in business, like, where you and a guy, it gets to a point where, like, you know, there's physical tension. And you got to be in your mind, like, ready to go, like, ready to fight. Like, not really, like, I'm not talking to, like, reach across the fucking table and, like, slam his head down, but you have to have that aura. You have to have that mentality in your spirit, like you know, I want to win and I will do what it takes to win. And that might sound crazy, that might sound crazy to some of you guys, but for the guys that do train and stuff, you guys know what I'm talking about. Let's see what we got. Travis Daly says, also modern life dating, bro, I can't stand hypergamy. It's a social engineering thing that MTV and all the toxic media has taught women to live that bad lifestyle, in my opinion. To be continued. Yeah, I'll reply to your email, bro. T21 Surfer says something very true. There's no such thing as a fair fight in a club or bar. Yep. Zuck Nation Boy says, I tried doing MMA once a week. It killed me instantly. It's not easy. Travis says, you can court a woman and be a gentleman, but do it right and make sure she's putting in 50% of the effort in as well into the relationship. What I learned. Oh, buddy, this chat's about to eat you up, Travis. I mean, there's no such thing as properly courting a woman. You may see from your end, you think you're courting her, but from her end, you're just falling into her trap. But that's a whole other episode. Like, if Travis, if you want to call in, the number's on the screen. Call in, we can talk about that. 657-383-1318. BK says, don't let a broad put you in a bad situation, but if a dude tries you, you gotta check his ass. Yeah, absolutely. The masculine mentality. I found myself a BJJ MMA club. I'm gonna sign up. I have a Tony Montana like temper. I need to back it up. Good. Zuck Nation, I need to cultivate bloodlust. No, you don't. Lifting weights just ain't enough. Get the John Wick aura. Yeah, John Wick. John's name is Jonathan. I just wanted to shamelessly self-promote myself. So true. I'll do what it takes, and I've got what it takes to win. Good stuff, Nabil. Nabil, I like you a lot. You're going places. Yo, Myron, I think you're watching me on Instagram. I think that's you. Let me double check. Yeah. So Myron, bro, the Aesthetic Gains, the Instagram feed is ending in 1 minute 45 seconds. So come on over to YouTube because I have no control over this. It's gonna end here. So come on over to YouTube. There's 42 people here watching right now. BK says exactly, MLD. It's the same mentality as a physical fight, but it's mentally and it's in an office setting. Yes, sir. That's the mindset to success. That's it. So yeah, guys. This may not be like one of the I'll do this to get pussy right away episodes. That's I know a lot of you guys love to hear and stuff, but part of being a guy that is desired by women is to be a manly man, be a masculine man, and learning to fight, learning how to do these masculine things, this will get you an edge. All right. And for these guys, usually it's these dorky dudes, right? They're say, well, we don't need to learn how to fight in today's day and age. You don't need to learn to fight. I'd rather have the skill and the ability of knowing how to fight than not. Because I travel, I go to like third world countries and stuff, and those people can smell weakness on you too. Listen, these psychological predators, these bad people, they're very good at reading body language, and they can read and identify targets and identify who is weak and who is an easy target, okay? That's bottom line truth right there. So you don't want to be a fucking victim. You don't want to be a victim. So that's just why I mentioned this as well. So if you find today's message of value, streamlabs.com/Modern Life Dating Channel. Click on that, send a donation. Check out my new animation that's going to be on the screen. Instagram, guys, it's closing right now. So, well, there goes that. So Instagram is closed. But yeah, that's why I just got to say right there. And guys, let's just double checking who's going to be in the webinar after this. BNG Gillen is the only one who has confirmed. So if you guys are watching right now and you're in the Body Language Mastery course, if you want to be in the Body Language Mastery webinar, send me an email right now, questions@modernlifedating.com. Send me an email. Get into the webinar for after this show. We're going to be doing a little question and answer with me. Big Goog says, if you guys know you are dangerous and capable of mayhem, destruction, and violence, women can smell it on you. Anyone who trains regularly knows this. Yes, it's very true. Lewis, yo, Jonathan, great talk with you last night. Thank you, Lewis. Lewis, I had a good talk. I really liked yesterday's. I had a good time with yesterday's Group D. It was that was like a very interesting group of people with Nabil was there, and Big Googs was there, Ivor was there, Ron was there. You were really sincere, and I like that, how you just really opened up about what you were struggling with and what you didn't understand. And you're the kind of guy that can actually get some results out of this because you're just so blatantly honest and just like open, like, look, I just don't fucking understand. And yeah. Okay, tough done. John, I'm in Body Language Mastery. Sent you 2 mails before about not getting into webinar notification. How can I get in? All right, tough done. Send me an email right now. If you can hear me, listen to me closely. Send me an email right now. questions@modernlifedating.com. I'm going to end this stream, and then about 20 minutes later, I am going to start the webinar. Okay? I'm going to start the webinar. So send me an email right now, tough done. questions@modernlifedating.com. I'm waiting for your there it is. Okay. That's from Jacob. But I need you to send me this, tough done. I'm manually copying over everything, so I probably haven't gotten to your email yet, but I have been knocking out these webinars. Yeah, Winston Wolf says, hang in there. I had some issues too, but it's all sorted now. And I'm gonna finish up everything tonight, and then everybody's gonna start this. Okay. Let me just clear the air right now. Also, this week, every day this week, Monday to Sunday, there are 2 webinars every day. Okay, there's a webinar right after the show, and there is a webinar at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Every single day until everybody's handled. 7 days a week. So Tough Done, if you want to get in now, send me an email right away, and I will get you into the group right after this. I haven't gotten your email yet. And make sure you send it to questions@modernlifedating.com. All right. Well, I'm pretty sure I made my point extremely clear right there. So if you don't send me an email, I don't know what to do. Just called right now. Oh, okay. I got you. Let me see. All right. I'll answer this call. Anyone can attend those webinars? Yeah, Nabil, if you want to cash in your points early, go for it. Hey, Tough Done, you there?
Yeah, hello?
Hey, what's going on?
This is Travis.
What up,
What's
man?
up, man? Can you hear me?
I can hear you very well.
Yeah, what's up?
What's going on?
Hey, the reason I was talking about hypergamy, man, I learned a lot of that from like my one of my guys I watch the channel a lot. It's called Richard Cooper, Entrepreneur in Cars.
Yep.
He's like a Canadian businessman.
Yep.
I love that guy. That guy's awesome.
Richard,
guy's awesome. He don't tell men.
Richard's a friend of mine.
He doesn't tell men to stop. Oh, he is?
Yep.
That's awesome. He's such a great guy, man.
He really is.
I have definitely off his advice, man. But the reason why I was saying about something about courting, I guess I didn't explain it right. I mean, that's why I wanted. It's good to hear it from somebody that actually knows what they're talking about.
Go. Yeah.
I mean, because I know what to stay away from myself too.
Yeah. So what did you want to say?
But what were you? I just wanted to say, like, I don't know. It's just like I hear this term from guys all the time, like you can court women, but they have to put the 50% in. But I get what you're also saying. I was saying that is true when I replied to the comment. Saying, you're not always going to, give, I guess, 100%. They're not always going to give 100% or something like that. You were talking about.
Well, I think courting. When you talk about courting a woman, what courting really is just Tough Done. I got you. What courting is, in my opinion, is just a guy showing a woman what she can get from him.
Oh, so basically allowing a woman to use a man. I see that all the time, man.
Yeah, so I don't believe in
all the time. I tell men to watch that.
Yeah, I don't believe in courting a woman. I believe in going out on the first date and trying to fuck her as soon as possible.
Oh yeah, basically alpha male. Yeah, definitely.
And then from there,
yeah, I get what.
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was saying I get what you're talking about. Definitely. I mean, I do believe in that too, and also I'd like to do. I like to develop sometimes relationships if it's the right woman. If it's a woman I want to be in a relationship with, then maybe I'll give it a chance. Yeah, I'll get some from her, but definitely try to move on with the relationship with her if she ain't just a one night stand. You know what I mean? Because there is a difference between women that are basically fuck girls and also girls even probably want to settle down with out here.
100%. Like,
I mean, that's probably.
No, I agree with you. And at the end of the day, for me, I treat them all the same. And then I let them know, like, every girl who comes into my life, like, I'm going to try and fuck you on the first date. I'm not going to put up with your shit. And I'm just going to do exactly what I want to do. And if you don't get with the program, then at the end of the day, I don't care, because I'm just going to keep doing what I want to do. But if you're willing to get in line and fall in line like a good soldier, then hey, you can join the ranks. But if not, you better be out of your goddamn mind. You think I'm going to change my life for anybody, let alone some chick who I'm just trying to bang.
Yeah, and one word I learned, do not simp. You know what that word simping is, right?
Yep. Do not simp at all, my friend. That is a great one. Definitely don't do that at all, Travis.
Don't be a beta male cuck. I've learned a lot about this. I'm an alpha male myself. I try to be alpha as possible as I can, man.
Good. Well, the fact that you're in this the fact that you're in this community and trying to do it, that's a big thing right there. That's a good thing right there. That's good. So thanks for calling in, man. I appreciate you, and we'll keep in touch.
Yeah, no problem, man.
All right, see ya.
Yeah, man.
That was a nice call. It sounded like you had a nice bird in the background there. But yeah, I personally don't believe in courting a woman. I don't think that it is. I think courting a woman is basically showing her what you can provide her. But at the end of the day, in today's day and age, you know, I flip the script on them. I'm just like, what can you provide for me? Because at the end of the day, I'm self-reliant. I don't need anybody. I'm gonna be fine. I'm gonna make a decent salary. I'm gonna make a good life. I'm gonna eat good food, pay my bills. I'm good and protected and set for. So I have that security and safety that I can bring to myself. And I'm living an above average life. I have all these multiple talents. I speak multiple languages. I can, worst comes to worst, if everything goes tits up with this business, I could fucking go out there and get a job. I'm just like a self-reliant guy. Like, I'm a survivor no matter what. That's a talent in this world. And if she thinks that, she can do that, then she's probably not on the same level as me. But, for those who want to be with me and want part of my privileged life that I have, you've got to do what I say, or you've got to fall in line according to my terms. If not, you're not going to be part of my life. That's just the end of the story. You're just not going to be part of my life, and that's it. So when I hear about courting and stuff, I don't believe in it, because courting is basically, it's like playing poker with your hands open. Like, you're showing them everything you can do. You're not testing them. You're not screening them. You're not doing anything. And then what good does that do for you? Think about that. No, don't say sorry about your birds. Don't say sorry about your birds. I love animals. I love all sorts of animals, except for cockroaches. I fucking hate cockroaches. But yeah, guys, that's gonna do it. I'm gonna can it right here. Today's episode, not like one of those like super gorilla pimp, like, oh, I'll do this and she'll fuck you. But this is for the guys who truly want to become what I feel is the complete man. Remember, make money, make muscles, get game. This is under the make muscle session, but this is also converts over into making money and stuff. This helps you in the business world and helps you in more of the ways than you can actually remember. So yeah, 1 year of jiu-jitsu, 1 year of Muay Thai minimum. That'll take you far. And, part of being a man is being a badass, like just being able, like, yeah, I could put that guy's head through a wall if I choose to do so or not. It's a good shit. So thank you guys. You guys have a wonderful day. Get out there, kill it. We're going to get the webinar fired up here in about, give me like 20 minutes to just chill out and like, unwind from this episode. And then keep an eye on your emails. Who I got confirmed for the webinar so far is BNG, Jacob, and Tough Done. And if anybody else wants to get into the webinar, before I end this broadcast, send me an email, questions@modernlifedating.com, and then we will keep on keeping on. You guys have a wonderful day. It's been great chatting with you, and I will see you tomorrow with Cultivate Crypto as we talk about tomorrow's episode is going to be about the US dollar tether. You're not going to want to miss this. This is exactly how Charlie and I make a little bit of money. No matter if the market's going up or down, this is how we get a little cash in our pocket using cryptocurrency. You guys are not going to want to miss this. It is a very good applicable episode. And we'll see you tomorrow on the Tokyo Crypto Show. Good night or good morning. Have a good day. See you.